And so now it's loading our world Augie. So let's see what Augie's going to look like. And we got some skies. And what else do we got? Okay, looks like we are stuck in a tree. So we need to take a look around. Now, the first thing you want to do is scope out your area. You don't really want to go too far from your spawning area. Ooh, that's a deep, deep, deep hole. So we want to stay away from that. Ooh, man, I would have died if I fell down there. Okay, so we want to kind of look around, and looks like we're in the jungle. I want to kind of get out of the jungle. See what we can find. Oops. Okay, and let's see here. Okay, what I like to try to find is I like to try to find an area that's, where there's a big hill, and because that's where we're going to start our new area, um, our new home. The other thing that I like to find is a flat area by our new home. And reason for that, and there we go. I think I see a perfect area. Okay, so I like to find an area that has that's by a hill. I like to find an area that has some flat land close to water. Okay, because when you first start out, you kind of want to stay close to home, and you want to kind of have everything right there close to you. And so now what I'm doing right now is we're actually digging out our new home. So that little plus sign, if you put it on a block, it kind of puts a wire grid around it. That lets you know that you're concentrating on that block. When you left click with your on dirt, with actually with dirt, sand, and gravel, you can actually destroy blocks with your bare hand. Now, once you get further, for like the stone block that's in front of us, you need a minimum of a wooden pickaxe in order to destroy those. And so what I'm doing here is I'm actually just building our little structure. And I think what I'm going to do this time is I'm actually going to make it narrow or wide, but very narrow. Because what we're going to do, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to be actually digging some of that stone out because we need to make some different stuff with it. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of build around that stone here. Let's see here. And I'll grab a little bit more dirt. Okay, so we got a little structure here now. And the entrance has to be at least 2 blocks tall. That way we can walk into it. And so we definitely got that. Okay, and I like to have a block right here at the entrance. Reason being is monsters are also 2 blocks tall, just like we are, and they need 2 blocks to at least walk in here. So if we have a dirt block on there, there's only 1 block that's open, and they can't come in here. Now, the other thing is um, monsters can actually spawn anywhere that it's dark. So we don't want our cave or our little dwelling to be dark for very long. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and get some wood. And there's plenty of wood in these jungle trees, so we're going to get a whole bunch of it. And I think if I get roughly about, I'd say if we get about 20 blocks, I think we'll be really good. And as you can see, when you're chopping down wood, you'll see that cracking. And when it spreads all the way out to the very end, that's when it pops and you have a small block of wood. And you walk over and pick that up and you got some wood. Okay. And get about 7 more pieces here. And doing it with your bare hands is pretty slow. So once you upgrade and get an axe, it'll actually be a lot faster for you. So we just need about 3 more blocks. And let's go ahead and see how far we can reach. Oh. And I see the sun's coming down here pretty quick, so we need to gather up all this wood and then get back to our dwelling. Make sure we got all the blocks. And it looks like we got them all. So let's go ahead and head to our dwelling. And we'll get inside. And we've got our dirt block back at the entrance. So now I feel pretty safe. So first thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and open up your inventory, which is E on your keyboard. And it says crafting. So you have kind of like, it's almost like a backpack crafting area. You can't really do much because it's only 4 blocks. So we want to be able to build something so that way we can do a lot more. So if you put 1 solid block of wood in there, it'll actually create 4 planks. So we'll go ahead and pull that out. Now here's where you need to start using your imagination when it talks about crafting. Um, an old crafting table was basically like a tree stump or a solid block of wood. So we need to make a crafting table. So if you put 4 planks in here, that equals 1 solid block crafting table. So we'll grab that and pull that down here. Okay, and now that we have it in our quick access bar, it's in the number 1 box. So if you hit number 1, it's got that highlight around it, and we're just going to go ahead and place it somewhere. And let's go ahead and place it right here in the corner. Okay, and so now if you right click on that crafting table, now you have, instead of having 4 blocks, you have 9 blocks. So you have a lot more area now. So if you grab the jungle wood, and if you hold down the control key and then right click, you'll actually split that in half. And so we'll go ahead and put that there. And the other half, we'll go ahead and um, put roughly, I'd say about, oh, I put too many in there. I would say roughly about 10 in there. Okay, and so each block will make 4 planks. So we'll pull that down and we'll do all 10 of them. Okay, and so now we need to get cobblestone, and in order to get cobblestone, you actually have to have a minimum of a wooden pickaxe in order to mine cobblestone. So, like I said, you need to kind of use your creativity now in thinking about how to make this tool. So, a pickaxe has a handle, and a handle is like a stick. Well, in order to make a stick, you put 2 planks on top of each other, and it makes 4 sticks. So you pull that down. So now we need to make the handle for our pickaxe. So we have one on top of each other. So that makes the handle. And then we need the blade, which we're going to have a wooden blade, so we'll put planks along the top. And that creates your wooden pickaxe. So now we pull that down and put it in our quick access. Okay, and go ahead and exit out of there. And as you see, it's starting to get dark outside, so now we're nice inside and don't have to worry about those nasty old monsters. And so now what we're going to do is we want to mine this stone because we want cobblestone. Okay, and we actually need 8 cobblestone. And we may have enough. So you walk forward to collect it all. And it looks like we've got 11 cobblestones, so we definitely got enough. And what I want to do is I want to place what we're going to build right now. I want to place it right next to this. So what we need to do is go ahead and right click on the crafting table, and we want to build a furnace. Now use your imagination. What is a furnace? It's a stove, and it's normally solid on the outside, and then it's hollow on the inside because that's where you're cooking your food and so forth. So now we've got a furnace, so we'll drag that down. Okay, and the furnace is now in the quick access in number 3. So if you hit 3 on the keyboard, you can also use your mouse wheel and go back and forth, roll it forward and back and go side to side. So we're going to go ahead and select the furnace, and we're going to right click the block next to the crafting table to place it. And now we've got our furnace there. So go ahead and right click that to open it up. And there's 3 different boxes here. Now the bottom box is actually your fuel for the furnace because right now we don't have electricity. So we need some type of fuel. Now in furnaces there are several different fuels that you can use. The most common ones are any type of wood, anything that's wood. So like solid blocks of wood, planks of wood, and I believe even sticks you can use. Um, then there's also charcoal, and charcoal is actually made from burning wood, which that's what we're going to do now. And then the next one is actually using mining for coal, which if you go deep, sometimes if you go deeper into the ground, you can find coal. And then you can also use, if you have a bucket filled with lava, you can also use that as a fuel source. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to make charcoal. So we're going to put a couple blocks of wood to make our fuel. And then we're going to put, roughly about, let's say, let's put 10 of them in there. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull that out and put that charcoal right back into it. Now you'll find out that charcoal actually burns a lot. Charcoal and coal actually burn a little bit longer than wood does, so I don't like to use wood unless it's a last resort. So we're just going to feed this charcoal right back into the furnace to keep that furnace going and burn the rest of that wood. Okay, and got 6 more to do. Now 5. And what we're going to do is the last 2 blocks, we're actually going to keep keep the charcoal, because we're going to build torches, because we need to get this dwelling all lit up. Because, like I said, in dark areas, um, monsters can actually spawn in. So we don't want any monsters in our cave or our little house dwelling. So these last 2 pieces I'm going to pull down into my inventory. Okay, so it looks like we're all done. And so go ahead and hit E to exit out of there. And we're going to go ahead and right click on the crafting table again. Now, like I said, you got to use your imagination again. We're going to make our torches. And what is a torch? It's a stick, and then it's got a fuel source on the end of it to make the light. And that turns into torches. So we're going to go ahead and drag those down, put them in our quick access bar because we're going to use them right away. And so I got them in number 3, which I've already got selected. And what I want to do is I want to put a torch right there at the entrance, because monsters actually kind of detour away from light. So if you have a torch right there at the entrance, they're going to kind of stay away from it a little bit. And we're just going to put a couple torches in here, and look, now we got a home base that's all lit up, and I feel very comfortable now. So now we've got that done, and we actually need to get 11 more cobblestone. So we've got 4 right now, so we need 7 more. So let's go back to our wooden pickaxe, which is in quick quick access number 1. So we're going to push 1, and we're going to mine some more stone. So 4, 5, 6, and 1 more. Okay. So if we open up our inventory, now we have 11. So that's exactly what we wanted. And let's walk over to the crafting table. And now we're inside the crafting table. Now what we want to go ahead and do is we want to build some upgrade tools, because right now you've got a wooden pickaxe. We want to make a stone pickaxe, which actually work a lot faster, and it also wears down a lot less. Because if you look at that wooden pickaxe here, you see right below it, it has that green and black bar. Well, the green bar, that's durability. That's a durability bar. So the more you use it, the more it wears down. And eventually, your tool will actually fall apart and destroy itself. So we want to make some more tools so that when that finally gets used up, then you have a new and improved better tool to get started. So let's go ahead and make a stone axe, or I'm sorry, a stone pickaxe. So let's go ahead and put a couple sticks in here, because we're going to make a couple different tools. And let's see here. Okay, so like I said, to make a stick, it's a plank on top of a plank. Makes 4 sticks. And we got 5 different sets in there, so we're going to drag them all down here. Okay, and so we're going to make the pickaxe. So you've got to make the handle, 1 stick on top of the other. And now, instead of using wood blocks, we're going to use cobblestone. And we're going to put a blade there. So now we've got a stone pickaxe. And we'll put that in our inventory. The next one that we're going to build is our sword. Now, a sword only uses 1 stick because it's just the handle where you hold it with your hand. But then you got a blade that's made out of stone. So we got a block of cobblestone, one on top of the other, and that makes a stone sword. So we'll pull that down. The next one that we're going to build is the axe. Well, one of those big axes, it does have a long handle like a pickaxe does. But the older axes, like the Viking ones and so forth, it had a curved blade on it. So if you imagine that, it's got a little curved blade. And so now we got the stone axe. So we'll pull that down. Now, the next one we're going to build is the hoe. And the hoe is actually going to be used for uh, building or for planting your crops and preparing the land. So you've got a long handle, 2 sticks on top of the other, and then you got the cobblestone. You're going to put two cobblestone, one next to the other, and it gives you that stone hoe. And then the final one that we're going to build is your shovel. And so it's got a long handle, so you got a stick on top of the other, and then you got a cobblestone on top. And so now you have a stone shovel. Okay, and so those are all your starter tools to get started. And so let's take a look outside. And it's starting to get light outside. So guess what? You survived your very first night in this world, and so that's the end of this tutorial. Now, if you folks like this tutorial, because like I said, this is my very first one, go ahead and click on the like button. And trust me, the more I do these, the better they're going to be. So, but if you did like this, go ahead and click on the like button. Also, if you want to see future episodes, go ahead and click on the subscribe button as well, and it'll let you know when I got new videos coming out. And trust me, I've got so many ideas on here. So I'm going to do videos all the time on here, and I'm just going to get better and better for you guys. So yes, the subscribe button and the like button really help us out. So please select both of them if you would. And you guys have a great day.